Coming up tonight on Sports Extra, the Dolphins needed a Christmas Eve miracle, but their prayers were not answered. The Pack will have to wait till Monday night to find out if they're all the way back. The Steel City is smiling as Pittsburgh stays alive, and the Canes have a special Christmas tune as they prepare for the Sugar Bowl. Sports Extra is heading down your chimney next.
I think the ball game today was a good example of pretty much the whole season.
Don Shula not getting the Christmas gift he wanted. Good evening, I'm Jim Barry. Jay Heiler is off tonight. A season that only 5 weeks ago looked so promising ended with a quiet chill this afternoon for the Dolphins. No playoffs, no winning season, and no victory today over Kansas City. The Santas on the sideline and the Santas up in the stands. Boy, did they bring the Arctic air with them. But the Dolphin D looked warmed up early on. Watch him stuff Christian Okoye on the Chiefs' first possession. Again, the Dolphin offense looked great early. Marino to Jensen, touchdown. Dolphins draw first blood. But Marty Schottenheimer told KC to get with it, and they did. Steve DeBerg hits Stephon Page, who hangs on despite being sandwiched. It's 7-all. Dolphins march right back, capping a 10-play drive on this Marino to Farrell Edmonds strike. Then the Dolphin D began to soften. Look at James Saxon run over Jarvis Williams, and we are tied at 14. And now the Chiefs are fired up. They swarm a helpless Dan Marino, who is sacked for a huge loss, and the Chiefs would gain great field position as a result, and they take advantage. Okoye pulls in. KC now leads 21-14. Dolphins would try to answer, but Marino's pass is tipped and picked off here by Albert Lewis, and you wonder now if the Chiefs would really pour it on Miami. Well, they tried. DeBerg comes right back. He airs it out going up top, but number 25, Lewis Oliver, is there for his team-leading 4th interception. Dolphins go to the locker room down by just 7. Chiefs got a third-quarter field goal. Early fourth quarter now, Pete Stoyanovich brings Miami back to within 7 with this 21-yarder. Then a Dolphin break. A horrible snap. The Dolphins missed the punt block. How, I don't know, but they still get great field position. And then Marino would go to work one more time, going to his favorite target of the season, number 83, Mark Clayton. He finds him in the corner for the tying touchdown, and Clayton says, "Who cares about the fine? I'll give the fans a souvenir." But Nick Lowry puts KC back on top with this 41-yarder. Still time, however, for a Miami miracle. But on 4th down, on their final chance, their last gasp, Marino going for the first down, has Clayton, but he dropped it. That was the ball game and the season for the Dolphins as they fall by 3.
You know, Mark made a lot of great plays to put us in the position that we were in. You know, I mean, I had to throw it before I wanted to, and I don't think he didn't expect it that quick.
Nobody feels as bad about it as I do because, you know, I thrive on the pressure situations and getting the ball in.
It's just disappointing that we have to stop now. You know, we can't play more. It's been a real frustrating season, and you know, what can you do about it now? You can't do anything, and it's over, and you know, there's nothing you can do. Just gotta forget about it, I guess. Wait till next year.
You can see the pain in Jim Jensen's face, a disappointment for the Dolphins and their loyal fans. 43,000 of them shivered in the stands today with faith that the Dolphins would not self-destruct. But as I saw from my sideline seat, the Dolphins once more were predictably unpredictable. The frigid faithful came. Never mind the 39-degree chill, the coldest kickoff in Dolphin history. Never mind the Dolphins' slim playoff hopes. They came anyway, still wanting to believe. We want the ball! We want the ball! But as has been the case all season, the Dolphins offered as many reasons to disbelieve as they did to believe. An impressive touchdown drive one moment, a demoralizing defensive stand the next.
You know, coming up with more turnovers, I think that could have really helped us this year. You know, we're as a
1990 Miami Dolphins, and one of those reasons is our studio guest tonight, running back Mark Logan, a man who always has a smile on his face almost. And Mark, you gave the Dolphin fans a lot of reason to smile with your hard-nosed running. How would you put a fix on Mark Logan's running style?
Well, I just like to go out and just give 100% every time I go out there. And I'm sure they play me for a reason, and I want to, you know, take advantage of each opportunity that I have in the game.
When did you start to feel comfortable with the Dolphins?
Well, I felt really comfortable, you know, right after camp. And once camp was over with, I was really, you know, fitting in. I wasn't nervous anymore, and I was really playing with a lot of confidence. I think that's the key to my success, that the confidence that I was playing with, I just felt that no one could stop me, really.
And you were comfortable, obviously, returning kicks, too, as we see here.
Yes, that's a big personal accomplishment for me this year. You know, running well all year, and they blocked well for me all year, and I just wanted to do my part, like I said, and I just would go in there and run the ball as hard as I could.
Looking at this season that you went through with the Dolphins, boy, it's so hard to get a gauge on it. Hot one minute, cold the next, as we pointed out in the story. And a lot of people think that they're in it, but I'm sure you've got a lot of insight on who is in it and what they're going to do.
Okay.
Stick around. All right, next on Sports Extra, it'll all come down to Monday night to clear up the NFL playoff picture. And among the hopefuls, the Green Bay Packers, who hope their playoff dreams are not all wet.
Sports Extra brought to you in part by your Toyota dealer in the 1990 Toyota Camry. Toyota, I love what you do for me.
I bought my Camry because Toyotas are super reliable, and I know I can depend on it. Now I'm in love with the power.
She tools around here in that red car like she owns the place.
It's a practical car, but I just love to drive it. It's so quick.
Too much car for her, if you ask me. Did I mention that it's red?
She looks darn cute in it.
Two people were shot in this area under drugs. What are they charging you down around Biscayne Boulevard? As a prostitute. Police move in.
Will Sanchez be in your neighborhood tonight? Don't go to bed without seeing Crime Check, only on Channel 7 News at 10.
Monday, a police strike, turning friend against friend. A battle, turning partners into traitors.
It's over! Who says it's over?
A war tearing Jump Street apart. Richard Grieco guest stars, 21 Jump Street, Monday night on Fox.
Sally Fitz, 7 News at 6. Experienced, natural, professional. She gets to the point. Penny Daniels, sincere, captivating, seen all over the country on Inside Report. Together, what a combination. Penny Daniels joins Sally Fitz, weeknights on Channel 7 News at 6. Who else you gonna watch?
Nate is tough to take, but we'll be back next year. I'm sure Coach Shula will get him, and we'll be back again, and we'll be going to the Super Bowl.
Well, not the Super Bowl. I'm looking maybe a couple of years for that. But, you know, we showed some progress this year, so, you know, I got my fingers crossed.
Well, I think they got a young team right now, and I believe for next year that they're going to have their act together, and players have good spirit, and they showed a lot of good things today.
If you're a fan, you're a fan.
Win, lose, or draw?
Mm-hmm.
Next year?
They'll do better. The Super Bowl.
I'll bet those two ladies are thawing out somewhere. Welcome back to Sports Extra. Don Shula had hoped that turnaround time would be the Dolphins slogan this season, but the team it really fits is Pittsburgh. The Steelers have rallied from an abysmal start and are still alive for a wild card spot in the AFC. They wasted little time jumping on Tampa Bay today. Rod Woodson takes the opening kick, and watch him cut up the near sideline and weave 72 yards all the way to the Tampa Bay 17. He got some great blocks there. That set up one touchdown. Later, it is Mr. Lewis Lips, and Lewis used Lewis's legs to get free, and he is gone. Nobody catches him from behind, and Bobby Brister says all we need now is for the Bengals to lose to Minnesota tomorrow night, and guess what? We're a wild card team. Colts fans prayed their team would play like they did last week against Miami, but maybe prayer doesn't work when you're playing the Saints. That's Dalton Hilliard blasting up the middle, touchdown. Then John Forcade, the man who's quarterbacked in nearly every pro league there is. It's a wide open Kobe Brenner, and he can waltz in. And if that's not enough, well, watch this play coming up. Troy Cook reading this Tom Ramsey pass like a book. Nobody would lay a hand on him as he raced down the sideline. The Saints go marching by the Colts. Big so much for Indy's playoff hopes as they get trounced 41-6. Al Davis hoped his Raiders would just win one, baby, in New York, but New York's Dave Meggett had other ideas. This rookie earned our Best Effort Award and showed why he is Pro Bowl bound. Let me go. And he's gone. He breaks 76 yards worth of tackles on this punt return to put the Giants on the board against the L.A. Raiders at the Meadowlands. However, Raider coach Art Shell saw Steve Berline, his quarterback, rally the Raiders. Watch this. Pretty pass to Swerve Mervyn Fernandez. Dropped it right in there. And the Raiders say, hey, we are still in this. But then the nimble, and I use that word loosely, Phil Simms keeps it and scores. The Giants win the NFC East, and Bill Parcells, who looks like he's fussing at somebody, gets a Gatorade shower right there. Other scores to tell you about this afternoon. The Broncos are playoff bound, but they get upset today by the Chargers. And here's a big one tomorrow night, Cincinnati at Minnesota. The winner is in the playoffs, and the loser is out. Well, the NFC playoff picture is almost cleared up, and if you can pick a favorite, you must have a pretty good crystal ball. It was a frosty 19 degrees in Foxborough, but the Rams were thought out enough to read this Steve Grogan pass. Jerry Gray will snag it and scamper in from 25 yards out for a 10-0 Ram lead. But you know the Rams, they never do anything easy. And when Grogan went up top here to Irving Fryer, who still got that great speed, New England was but 7 points behind. However, the rejuvenated Greg Bell saved the day for the Rams. This TD capped off a 210-yard rushing day. Rams lead 24-20, but they still got a sweat. Pats have 3 chances from the 5 to win it. They missed once. He was out of bounds. They missed twice. He overthrew him. And they miss one more time to earn our Best of the Worst award and give the Rams an NFC wildcard spot as they nip the Pats. Buddy Ryan's boys, meantime, want their Philly fans to be what? Clean and sober in Philadelphia? You got to be kidding me. Well, this was a sobering play run by Phoenix. Gary Hogaboom to Roy Jetstream Green, touchdown. But the mobile and agile Randall Cunningham showed why he was the Eagles' leading rusher for the 3rd consecutive year, getting by everybody and scoring. And Fanta left behind the reindeer as he hit Dallas today. Meanwhile, Green Bay's Don Mikowski hits Jeff Query. Green Bay would jump out to lead the Cowboys. Jimmy Johnson wondered when he'd get a break. Well, here's one. The Pack fumbles it, and Jack Del Rio appreciates the gift. He picks it up and scampers in, and we've got a 10-10 tie. And you think maybe the Cowboys will get their 2nd win of the year, but it wasn't to be. Here's Mikowski at his best, running and throwing. Ed West has it. The Pack hands Dallas its 15th loss, and the day's best play, right here, the spike from behind on Packer coach Lindy Infante, and they will really celebrate if Minnesota loses tomorrow night, because then the Pack are NFC Central Division champs. Other scores to tell you about: the Lions end with a bang as they beat Atlanta, and the Bears end with a whimper as they get blasted by the 49ers. And Mark Logan back with us now. Mark, what do you make of this playoff picture, and what do you make of this season, first of all? A lot of teams, including the Dolphins, hot one week, cold the next. That's true. Everybody's been playing up and down a lot this year, and it's really up for grabs right now. A lot of teams are playing well right now. Cincinnati, they have a big game tomorrow against Minnesota, and that could be a high-scoring game, or it could be a blowout. You never know. Who knows? And this is supposed to be an expert we're talking to here. Let's look at the AFC playoff picture real quick. As we know, the Buffalo Bills are the Eastern Division champs. Cleveland has won the Central. Denver has won the West. The wildcard situation still up in the air. It could be Houston at Cincinnati, and when you consider what Cincinnati did to Houston, Mark, last week, running up the score, you know there's going to be some bad blood in that game. That's true. If that's the rematch. However, if Cincinnati loses, then the Steelers would host the Oilers in the wildcard game in the AFC. The NFC playoff picture, meantime, goes like this. It's the Giants and San Francisco as the East and West champs. Green Bay would be the Central Division champ if Minnesota loses tomorrow. If the Vikings win, they are the Central Division champs. And the wild card game, I think this is going to be a real doozy. The Rams and the Eagles, both 11-5, playing in Philadelphia. What do you think about that game, Mark? Definitely going to be a great game, great game. Are the 49ers really that much better than everybody else, or just more consistent? I think they're just playing more consistent. They have a lot of great players, and you know, they use their players very well, and they've just been playing consistent all year. What about your old team, the Bengals? A lot of people thought they would walk right back into the Super Bowl. What's been their problem?
Well, it's really hard to say. Once you're on top, it's hard to stay on top. And in Cincinnati, we went to the Super Bowl last year, and everybody's trying to beat them this year, and they're just having a lot of problems.
I gave you an easy opening. You should have said, because they don't have Mark Logan anymore. I want to show the fans something, because this is something that Dolphin players, especially the guys who have never experienced a Super Bowl, can play for. He is wearing this big rock on his left finger, or left hand, I should say. It is your Super Bowl ring from last year, right?
Right.
One of your prized possessions.
Right, sure is.
And you'd like nothing more to get one for the Dolphins.
Definitely.
All right, well, let's hope you can do it.
Thank you.
Mark, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Mark Logan, a very fine young man and an excellent player who's meant a lot for the Dolphins. I want to close by our NFL report by giving you this very serious story. The brother of NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, John Tagliabue, apparently shot and wounded today during the fighting going on in Romania. Tagliabue is a journalist with the New York Times. He was hit in the back by a sniper riding in a car with other reporters. We don't know his condition, and if we get any more information on it, we'll pass it along. All right, still to come on Sports Extra, the Canes continue their countdown to kickoff. We'll show you the latest hit to make the top 10. Sports Extra is coming right back.
Raycom Sports and Entertainment presents the Liberty Bowl, one of college football's most prestigious events. The 31st Liberty Bowl features the high-powered wishbone attack of the Air Force Academy, led by Heisman candidate Dee Dallas, against the aerial assault of the Ole Miss Rebels and their record-setting quarterback John Darnell. Don't miss any of the pageantry and excitement of one of the most elaborate halftime shows of the Holiday Bowl season. It's the 31st Liberty Bowl, live from Memphis, Tennessee.
The Liberty Bowl, live Thursday at 8 on WSVN 7. Our warmest wishes for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
There's one more gift you haven't opened yet, and it's from me to you. I got a feeling you're gonna like it.
It's a special party with special friends.
I know you're sleeping, but don't go to bed.
Stay up with the magical David Copperfield, the delightful Ed Begley Jr., and the legendary Nancy Wilson.
Welcome to the Love Train.
Share a very Merry Christmas on the next Arsenio Hall Show.
Monday at 11 on WSVN 7.
Welcome back. The Miami Hurricanes are enjoying the holidays at home. Their Christmas rest is short-lived, however. Tuesday, Dennis Erickson's Canes are New Orleans-bound to begin Sugar Bowl preparations. During Miami's final workout here, the Canes appeared very loose and confident. Of course, with this kind of defensive line that loves to put pressure on the quarterback, why not be relaxed and comfortable? Canes defenders are a very personable bunch. In fact, one of them wanted to try his hand at interviewing himself.
And here we are back live at Channel 7. Let's conduct your own interview. Greg, what do you think about Alabama's front line? Well,
I am sure glad that young man is an All-American. That was Greg Mark. Meantime, for top-ranked Colorado, adjustment is the key buzzword these days. The Buffaloes in town early to get ready for the Orange Bowl in Notre Dame. Colorado and quarterback Darian Hagan will have Christmas off. Today, though, more workouts on grass. Colorado tries to adjust from 11 games on artificial surface to the real stuff. The Buffalo hope to be able to run the ball well and do enough of this against Notre Dame. The coach was asked what concerned him the most about the big game.
The media onslaught, the company's the #1 ranking, and then also that part of it that comes with playing Notre Dame and the media attention that they always bring. The combination of those things are my greatest concern.
That and maybe Tony Rice. Well, the Miami Heat are glad to have a couple of days off before they host the New York Knicks Tuesday night at the Arena, especially after last night. The Heat didn't put on much of a performance for Santa Claus, although they did score the game's first 6 points. The Syracuse connecting there again. But pretty much after that, it was all Denver. Walter Davis hitting the jumper for the Nuggets. And the little guy, 5'9", Michael Adams, is the Heat killer. Watch this. A 4-point play as he hit the basket and the foul. Sherman Douglas couldn't believe it. The Heat fell last night by a whopping 31 points. The week ahead, Tuesday, as we said, the Knicks are in town. Thursday, the Heat travels to Denver as they begin a long road trip. And then Saturday night in Utah to face the Mailman and Karl Malone and the Utah Jazz. All remain quiet at Hialeah Racetrack this weekend. It'll stay that way at least until next week when John Bernetti hopes to regain his racing permit. It means that Calder right now is the only active racetrack in town, and what a pleasure it was today to watch the What a Pleasure Stakes. Here is Phil Saltzman with a stretch call.
Bridled by a half a length. Fiery Best the second round. People down the middle of the track. They come to deep stretch, and Unbridled is going to take the What a Pleasure Stakes easily.
Unbridled paid $5 to win. Fiery Best finished second. And next up on Sports Extra, we'll go Christmas caroling with the Canes, and we'll show you the latest holiday sporting craze.
This December, things are really heating up. Heating up at every GM division. Each dealer is out to make December hotter than ever before. Hot deals like 4.8% APR GMAC financing for 48 months or cash back up to $1,000 on one of the best-selling Buicks on the American road, the Regal Coupe. Yes, this December is incredibly hot at every GM division. It's GM's Hot December. Come feel the heat.
When do you drink America's favorite German beer?
Only when I'm alone. Or with someone.
Beck's, the #1 imported German beer, in dark, too.
She was a young woman shooting for stardom.
At Light Up Lauderdale, December 31st. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery and WSVN 7.
Hi, I'm John Bon Jovi for Covenant House. If you're a runaway living on the streets, call the 9 line. Remember, the streets are tougher than you are.
Excuse me. Welcome back to 7 Sports Extra. All right, Dolph fans. 8-8 this year. Excuse me again. Can the Dolphins do better next year? Well, we've got a sneak preview of their schedule, and let's see what you think. Here are some of the teams that the Dolphins are going to have to play next year. Of course, you know they're going to play the AFC East opponents home and away. At home, it looks like the Eagles, the Cardinals, the Raiders, and the Seattle Seahawks. That doesn't look too easy. Away, it does not get any better, potentially. The New York Giants up there, the Washington Redskins at RFK, one of the toughest places in the NFL to play. Cleveland in the Dog Pound, and Cincinnati or Pittsburgh, depending which team finishes third in the AFC Central. So the Dolphins may have to be better next year if they want a better record. Well, since Christmas is almost here, we'd feel remiss tonight if we didn't share a special holiday sports video with you. From Reno, Nevada, it's a Christmas tree toss. Yes, America's latest sport where both young and old, anybody actually can get into the spirit of this sport. Hey, this is a great aerobic sport, I'm told. Look how hard these people are working, and watch the award-winning form of Dorothy Love right there. Tosses the Christmas tree 25 feet, 11 inches. Way to go, Dorothy. That's worth another look in slow-mo, don't you think? Just like a shot putter. And there goes that twig of a tree, if you can call it that. Merry Christmas, Dorothy, and I hope you got a nice award for that. Well, the Miami Hurricanes won't be doing any tree tossing over their short Christmas break. At least we don't think so. But before the team split up for the holidays, the Canes did get together for a little group activity. Take a listen.
Oh, the infant so tender and wild, sleeping heavenly, sleeping heavenly.
That tune was brought to you by the Hurricane Canaries. Thank you.
Make your spirits rise. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
The singing? What you think about that?
What you think? You think we got a future?
I think your voice is pretty good. I think you should do a solo.
Nah.
Do I think you have a future, Rod? No. Sorry, not as a singer, but as a football player, yes. Good luck to the Hurricanes, and let's hope they'll have something to sing about January 1st after they play Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. On behalf of the entire Channel 7 Sports Department, I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week live from New Orleans. Good night.